Alright. I know it ain't like me to drop two videos in one day, but guess what y'all getting? Two videos in one day. Alright, y'all guessed it. Y'all pretty good at this. Alright, I feel like this is a discussion that we need to have as a fighting game community. Whether y'all include me, y'all hold the years I played 2K against me because I didn't suffer through Street Fighter 5 with y'all. I still feel like I have a voice and I get to speak about where fighting games are going. And the subject at hand that has to be talked about. Check me out doing my drive rush. Hey, the expo and they getting it. Anyway, I'm looking at the background. That was just wondering what's happening. All right. Anyway, hitboxes. All right, hitboxes have to be banned. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about the spirit of the fighting game right now, as it is in July 2023, July 9th to be exact. Um, when I got into the fighting game community, or I better yet, when I started playing Street Fighter, which was in 2009, played Street Fighter 4. Um, it was you were looked at as a more serious gamer if you played on a fight stick or arcade stick, and no matter where you went, the majority of people played on a controller, or they called it a pad. Okay, fast forward, it's 2020, 2023. I say 14 years later. If my math is right, I'm sure it is because I'm very good at everything I do. All right, now we have, in my opinion, to where the fight sticks are not as uncommon, and to the point where people are customizing and creating their own, what do they call it, peripherals? I'm not sure. All right, but they're using their own controllers. And here I'm going to talk about where the spirit of the fighting game is dying. Okay, I send it to my friends all the time, and I don't send it to y'all because I don't know y'all. I don't even know if y'all are even watching this video because I'm not live. So I'm going to assume people will watch this video, and I'm going to explain something. I always click on these hitbox videos because I'm just curious as to what y'all are doing over there with these hitboxes. And I've seen a layout of Daigo's controller, and I've seen the layout of how people on a hitbox have their controllers laid out for Street Fighter 6, and I am not amused. How about that? That's the name of the YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm not amused because I thought when we played a fighting game, the point was to compete. You know, I get the modern controls. I'm not really bothered by the modern controls because I feel like if somebody plays on a modern controller, plays on modern controls, they're not really trying to compete. And when those players that play on the modern controls compete, I hadn't really had a thought about it yet, so I'm not gonna speak on it yet. But I will speak on the players that play on classic controls and then play with a hitbox. Okay, if you don't believe me, that is cheating. Check out some hitbox input videos. I've seen people do a super, let's say Ryu super, down quarter circle forward, quarter circle forward punch on a controller. It's not difficult. Matter of fact, I would say this: on a controller, it is very easy. On a fight stick, it's not hard to go quarter circle forward once. Quarter circle forward two times is where the problem arises. This is where you get into input errors on a fight stick. Now, here's the problem. On a hitbox, you're hitting buttons, which would be the same thing as you was playing on keyboard. You not only can do the inputs without error, but you can do them fast. And that's where I get into the problem. In a fighting game, I don't really think that we're competing as to whose character is the best. I don't even think we're competing as to who is the best. I think we're playing and we're competing on who's the best at this very moment. And when you play on a hitbox, the inputs are so I don't want to say easy because I know y'all work hard to get to where y'all at on the hitbox. Let me be careful on what I'm going to say. The inputs are so accessible to the point where if the game is holding your hand, which I know it holds our hand, there are input shortcuts and there is some latency, if that's the right word. Um, um, that you can make errors and your moves still come out. Let me give you an example. On a fight stick, I do a dragon punch. When I do a dragon punch, I do down, forward punch. Wow, I just realized my Ethernet cord is not plugged into my computer, so I'm on Wi-Fi. All right, anyway, when I do my dragon punch, as a player on a fight stick, I hold the fight stick down and I hit forward punch. So I basically dash while I'm crouching. And I get a dragon punch. Now, we're not gonna talk about it in this video, but there are no DPs in Street Fighter 6. We all know this. You can't anti-air in this game, and it's not made that way. You know, it's not made for you to anti-air. They like seeing you complain. All right, so you go for a dragon punch, and y'all gonna see it. I don't know what the next big tournament is coming up, but I know we're gonna see it at Evo. He missed his anti-air and got counter hit off a jump in. We're gonna see it. And I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna be sitting there smiling. And don't nobody look at me and don't nobody say nothing to me. Cause look, I'm saying it right now. There are no DPs, no anti-air Shoryukens. You can Shoryuken all you want in the combo, but there are no anti-air DPs in Street Fighter 6. But we're gonna talk about that later. Anyway, a hitbox on the other end, I think the chances of you getting your inputs are not only easier because you can hit the direct input, which is closer to what a controller gives you, the direct input, but the controller's setback is in your face buttons. R1, L2, you having to hit every button with square. And so from going from your thumb to each button, there's the quote unquote lag. Okay? There's the chance that you messing up your timing. Where basically, I'm gonna put it like this: the fight stick strength is in the action buttons, and the controller strength is in the direction buttons. Now, when you create a hitbox, you merge the best of both worlds, and you come with the ultimate controller that is on point with directions and on point with actions. Now, you get into a tournament, and you're sitting here typing like you're typing a paper, and everything's coming out just perfect. You know, I get it. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, you got human error, and then you also have to come up with the right solution in the match. There is, you know, as a person, you could guess wrong, but let's just talk about reactions. Street Fighter 4. It's in Street Fighter 5. Matter of fact, we'll talk about it in Street Fighter 5. What I was going to bring up was Chun-Li's Ultra 1 in Street Fighter 4. But we can talk about it from terms of Cammy. When you have Ultra 3 with Cammy, your opponent should not throw another fireball at you because you can activate Super 3 and go through the fireball. Am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm right. It's happened to me, but I'm not completely sure, but I think that's how it works. It's projectile invincible. And that's why I brought up Chun-Li. Chun-Li was a charged character. If she had Ultra 1, when she got Ultra 1, you had to stop throwing fireballs at her. That's why I brought up Cammy. I'm not sure if Chun-Li can do it in this game. But anyway, I digress. If that is the case, here's the thing. What we used to do as gamers is dare you. We would test your ability to react. I'm going to throw the fireball. I know it's a bad idea. You know it's a bad idea. You're walking towards me because you think that I'm not that stupid, but I think I am that stupid. I'm going to throw some fireballs. Now, if you get me, hey, kudos to you. But if you don't, you know, I'm not like risk reward. I'm taking the biggest risk, but I'm still going to do it because I'm that cocky. Now, here we are on a hitbox. If I know, and just like, look, you look at the top, you see that, yeah, classic controls. You see the C, is a purple C for those of y'all that are not sure what I'm talking about. Is right there by Manon's name, and there's one right there by Ryu's name to the left of it. There needs to be one more indicator saying this person is playing on a hitbox. So I won't throw those fireballs because if y'all saw in these shorts, how, like when I say short, a YouTube short or TikTok video, how easy it is for these people to input these commands on a hitbox, you would not try your luck with them. Here's how that works. When I jump in on you, I know you have a DP. I think you're not ready. The reason I jump in on you. Silent K asks all the time, why you keep jumping in? It's such a bad idea. What are you going to do about it? That's why I'm jumping in. What are you gonna do about it? How are you? You're not good enough to react. I can't jump in on you until I establish that my ground game is strong enough for you to respect it. Then when I jump at you, you don't see it coming. Now, a person on a hitbox, they have a bigger window to react. This is the point that I'm coming. I'm coming full circle. Pause. If you play on a hitbox and your inputs are not only clean, meaning you're not making mistakes because you're hitting the actual button on a fight stick. I'm using a I guess you could call it an analog stick. It's a, you know what I mean? Like the directions are not clean. And so the game is like, it looks like he tried to do this. We're going to give you this. I would imagine on a hitbox, you don't get shoryuken when you're trying to throw a fireball or a fireball when you're trying to do a shoryuken. But on a fight stick, happens all the time. On a controller, happens all the time. You're walking forward, you get a shoryuken. You try to throw a fireball, you walk forward, you try to throw a fireball, you get a dragon punch. On a hitbox, I will wager that it comes out clean every time. So with that being said, I'm talking about the spirit of the FGC. I thought we were competing to see who was the best. Why do you need these ultra clean inputs on a hitbox? And also, here's my biggest problem. Why are y'all moving y'all buttons around? Why are y'all drilling holes in y'all fight stick and putting your drive impact button next to your thumb so your thumb is resting on drive impact? Y'all, what happened to the spirit of the game? What happened to actually look at that? Look, good reaction. And that's exactly what just happened in the background is exactly what I'm talking about. People want to react to a drive impact with a drive impact of their own, and the way the buttons lay it out, it's a command your pinky finger should be trying to do. When we all know our pinky finger is close to our weakest finger. They've moved it to the thumb. They've moved the drive impact to the thumb where your hand is resting so you can drive impact all day long on reaction. Yo, what happened to the spirit of the fighting games? What? Look at that. I'm actually tired of driving impact. But anyway, what happened to the spirit of the fighting game? I thought we were competing because we wanted to see who was the best. Now, if we play on hitboxes, we move our commands around. We play on modern controls. We got spinning power driver being one button. I mean, I know for the winner it may be fun, but in my mind I'm thinking if you came to compete, winning and not having to try it is not fun. That's why you'll never see me pick. I stopped picking Marissa because winning was too easy. For me to just push buttons, I didn't even learn the character, and I'm just sitting here charge and punch, and it's blowing through everything. So I switched to Manon because I enjoy a challenge. But when I talk about the spirit of the FGC dying, I know it's for this money. Y'all see dollar signs and you forfeit what I thought brought us all together was the spirit of the fight. Y'all not interested in that no more. Y'all just want the money, which is fair. World revolves around money. You need money to survive. So, hey, let's get $1 million in one tournament. That's all fine and dandy. When I'm watching the tournament, I don't care nothing about whether somebody got cheated. I actually am just looking at the fight. I'm just looking at it, enjoying the fight for what it is. But that person sitting there that's playing on a controller and you playing on a hitbox, or let's switch it and say you're playing on a hitbox and they're playing on a fight stick. I feel like those are a little bit closer. When you beat them, in your mind, and if you play on a hitbox, please comment. Do you feel like that was a fair match? And hold on. If you just play on the basic hitbox, I guess I won't even bother you on the basic hitbox. But for those of you who have moved buttons around and have like, what is it, 16 face buttons, so you can drive impact, drive parry, hard punch, hard kick. You got every button accessible. You got a scuffed gaming controller in a fighting game. My question to you is, do you think that's fair? One, it's a two-part question. Do you think that's fair? And my second question to you, is that fun? Do you still feel like you have integrity? You still feel like you earned that win? It's a serious question. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, am I different? Is anybody watching this video or anybody coming feel like maybe I'm out of line. Am I in this boat by myself? Because I don't think I am. I think Hitbox has crossed the line of no return. Because I don't know where you go from a hitbox, in 2030. I don't know what y'all will be playing on, but if it gets any easier than a hitbox, I mean, what if the next controller you just plug it into your brain and all you have to do is think? Are y'all still gonna be having fun if all you have to do is think? Sure, you can, and it comes out right. Think Hadouken. I hope not, y'all. So that's my thoughts on it. Do hitboxes need to be banned? And even on top of that, if you got your fight stick modded and you got 16 buttons on it, I'm talking to you too. I mean, I use the hitbox as an example because it's pioneering a new wave of it's actually changing old gamers, but it's pioneering a new way of looking at fighting games. And look, input errors, mistakes, nerves, all that is a part of what makes a fighting game fun. You drop combos under pressure, y'all. That's fun. It's not fun for you, but I'm saying for the fans watching, when a man has the ability to end his opponent and under pressure, he's made a 90% comeback and the game is in his hand and he drops it. Or vice versa. The guy got the match completely won. He's got a 90% life lead and he's just folding under the pressure. Yeah, that's why we love watching tournaments. So if you're sitting here, everybody's sitting there on the hitbox in the top 8, and everything's coming out smooth, and it's just we could watch the CPU in arcade mode and not make mistakes, y'all. That's all I'm saying. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Like and subscribe. We're still trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're getting close. So I appreciate everybody that actually has subscribed, and I appreciate the people that watch my videos. I live stream a lot. I know the live streams are fraud, but hey, they fun. So hey, if y'all want to watch them come through, hey, I actually enjoy playing this game. I think it'll be around. Oh, hold on. I'm not gonna do that. I'll make a video on that. I'm gonna make a video on how the lifespan of Street Fighter 6 because I do got thoughts on that. But if y'all don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. Please check out my videos. I'm gonna do more of these, and I'm gonna do more thoughts on things that I think that y'all are just, accepting. But I'm like, y'all, hold on, let's pump our brakes. This right here needs to be called out. So it is what it is. Let's get it.